Happy Flag Day! We are here with our resident flag expert, County Executive Steve Schuh.
Thank you for having me.
Sure.
I appreciate being here today. Oh, wow, what's going on there? Excuse me. That's not right. The American flag should always be placed in the most prominent position, which is the left. Since the other two flags are a state flag and a county flag, the Maryland flag should be in the second most prominent position, and in the subservient position should be the Arundel County flag. The way to remember it is that we read from left to right. The most prominent part of a page of a book is the upper left, and that's the position we always place the American flag.
Well, thanks for clearing that up.
Glad to.
Why do you like flags so much?
Well, flags tell us a lot about the state that they represent. If you look at the 50 state flags, most of them symbolize certain geographic or other characteristics of the state. Maybe a wild animal, maybe a mountain range, something like that. But Maryland's is very unusual because Maryland's represents the unique history of Maryland, particularly the Civil War and our colonial roots. The flag is in 4 quadrants, and the first and fourth quadrants are the Calvert family coats of arms, and the second and third quadrants are the Crossland family coat of arms. The Calvert family was, of course, the family of the Lords Baltimore. George Calvert was the founder of the colony of Maryland, and the Crossland family was his wife's family. Now, in the years during the Civil War, the country and Arundel County and Maryland fissured and were divided. And as it happened, the pro-Confederate sympathizers adopted the Crossland flag as their standard, and the Northern Union sympathizers adopted the Calvert flag as their symbol. And both sides went to war carrying those banners of Maryland. In those days, there was no officially legally adopted flag of Maryland. These were just informal flags that came into usage in an informal way. After the Civil War, as an act of unification, the General Assembly adopted in 1904 the flag we have today, which incorporated elements of both family flags and both of those symbols of heraldry.
What is a finial?
A finial is the fixture that sits atop of the staff of a flag. Excuse me. Well, that's not right. Maryland law requires that when the Maryland flag is at stand, the top of the flagstaff should have affixed a cross botany in gold. This mace is incorrect and has got to go. Fortunately, I just happen to have a cross botany in gold here today. There we go.
Thanks for clearing that up.
Glad to. Interestingly, Maryland is the only state in the United States that legally prescribes what fixture will sit atop the staff. So, Sarah, if you ever see a flag that does not have a cross botany on top of it, that flag is in breach of flag etiquette.
Very interesting.
How about that?
What is your favorite flag?
Well, after the United States flag, my favorite flag is Maryland's flag. I think we have a beautiful flag, great colors, one of only 4 flags among the state flags in the United States that's not including the color blue. And the only flag, I believe, that's based on Old English heraldry, for the reasons we talked about earlier, because our flag is rooted in the founding families of Anne Arundel County in Maryland.
Well, what is the proper way to dispose of a flag?
Very important. A flag should always be disposed of in a dignified way, preferably by burning. But for many people, that's not convenient. So it's always advisable to call your local VFW or other organization of that type for proper disposal of a flag, they'd be glad to help you.
Can you tell me the proper way to hang a Maryland flag?
I'm glad you asked. Very tricky, because the Maryland flag is hard to determine which end is up and which end is down. But there is a trick. In the upper left-hand corner of the flag, you'll see a black parallelogram. That is how you know this flag is correctly mounted. If you look at the lower right-hand corner, you'll see a gold parallelogram. If by chance that corner of the flag has been positioned at the top, you know that that flag is upside down.
Very interesting.
Yes, I know.
It's very interesting. Well, happy Flag Day, and I've learned so much with you today, County Executive.
Fun with flags.